Welcome back to Hard Water Propagation. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite live bearer, the Limia nigrofasciata, or the humpback limia. When I first saw an image of this fish, I knew I had to have them. I love the wild type coloring, and the fully matured males look amazing. Once I found out they were critically endangered, it made them more appealing, and I decided to try my hand at breeding as I want to do my part to keep these fish available in the hobby. My breeding colonies began with 2 pairs of humpbacks that I ordered from Dan's Fish, who at the time was sourcing these fish from Aquarium Glacier out of Germany. So I have the unique privilege of knowing a bit about the lineage of my breeding lines. I currently have 3 breeding tanks running for the Humpbacked Limia, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if I add more in the future. As a bit of a disclaimer before we jump in, the tanks that you're looking at in the video clips, all 3 of my breeding tanks are a bit overgrown. They have algae, and I have found that I end up having higher success with my fry count, having some algae and just a lot of overgrown plants with lots of places to hide and lots of places for food to get stuck. As I find that the fries spend about the first 30 days in those thick plants, and once they get big enough and brave enough to venture out to regularly feed with the rest of the colony, they can come out of those hiding spots. So judge my dirty tanks all you want, there is a method to my madness here. The Limia nigrofasciata, also known as the humpback limia, or sometimes called the black-barred limia, it is endemic to Lake Miriguane in Haiti. This lake is a freshwater lake, but it does have some brackish areas that limias are known to populate as well. The lake appears to be very heavily vegetated and somewhat murky in areas, which reminds me a lot of the mighty Mississippi River. The diversity of Limia species in Haiti and the Dominican Republic have developed by the process known as adaptive radiation. It's the appearance of many new species in a limited period of time due to the adaptation to a varied range of ecological niches. I'll include a link in the description if you're interested in reading more about the study of adaptive radiation in Lake Miriguane that traces the Limia species back to a common ancestor and how they branched off into their own unique subspecies. Juvenile humpbacks are often confused with the tiger limia, which shares many similar traits, but unlike several other limia species that exist in the region, male humpbacks develop a very prominent humpback as they mature, making them very easy to sex at that point as well. Both males and females will develop orange in their chins and gill plates and a very beautiful sheen on their sides with black stripes and very well defined diamond-like scale patterns. When keeping more than one male together, one will emerge as the alpha and will generally then grow the largest, develop the most prominent humpback, and grow the largest dorsal fin. Alpha males will relentlessly pursue courting females as well as pushing back the other males in the tank, so swim space and hiding places are ideal. Limias do perform some courting rituals, but I use the term courting loosely here as males can also be rather forceful in their approach and are not above a gonopodium sneak attack from time to time. Humpback limias generally will not predate on their fry as they're fairly large due to the 6 to 8 week gestation period, but it can occur. So as I mentioned before, I find higher success rates in my breeding tanks with lots of plants and algae for the fry to hide and feed in. Fry batches of up to 50 have been recorded, but I've found anywhere between 4 to 20 to be very common. For recommended tank size, I personally would recommend Humpbacked Limias be kept in a minimum of a 20-gallon tank, with plenty of cover for females and any males other than the alpha and your fry to be able to hide and get away from the aggressive alpha males. In the wild, humpback limias are omnivorous. In the aquarium, in my experience, they readily accept just about anything. I feed live baby brine to my breeding colonies and supplement with a variety of flake and pellet foods. I've yet to find a food they haven't happily accepted. So as you can see, the Humpbacked Limia is a very attractive wild-type live bear that's beautiful, easy to keep, and easy to breed. This once popular species in the aquarium hobby as of late has become more difficult to find and remains critically endangered in the wild given its one endemic origin point and the threats to that particular watershed. My hope is to continue to successfully breed this species and get them to retailers to ensure hobbyists can continue to have access to these unique limias. If you're considering keeping or breeding a new species, consider the Humpbacked Limia. I promise you won't regret it. Thank you for joining me in this look at this amazing Humpbacked Limia. Be sure to check back in soon as my closet fish rack project is progressing, and I'll be posting updates on that soon along with some other videos. Thank you so much for watching.